A silver ring was placed in my palm at midnight, with a stranger saying someone had broken their word. He offered me a chest full of ancient coins if I hunted down the trader before another dawn was heard. I followed his trail through the market and harbor, but every witness described a different face. Then I found the missing man hiding beneath the docks, protecting children from the hunter's chase.
I knew that silver wasn't payment for justice. It was bait for a man who wanted revenge. The hunted one carried letters proving the stranger had betrayed him, then blamed him when the alliance reached its end.
We stood between them while the harbor bells echoed, and neither side was willing to lower their pride. So I opened the sealed letters before the crowd and let the truth decide who had lied.
Let the silver lose its meaning.
Let the hidden truth be heard.
Let the heavy rhythm thunder.
Let no fear control the word.
Honor isn't bought with treasure.
Honor lives within the choice.
When deception meets the daylight,
let the truth become our voice.
No silver can purchase an honest heart.
No golden promise can hide the dark.
Let the 808 strike through the floor.
We don't serve the lies anymore.
If the note is worth defending, then its meaning must be true. Keep your wealth, keep your kingdom. We choose what our hearts can do.
The stranger drew his sword when the crowd turned against him, but nobody moved when he demanded the street. He had money and soldiers waiting outside, yet the people stood firm with the truth at their feet. The hunted man could have taken his vengeance, but he lowered his blade and refused to repay. Then the stranger finally dropped his weapon, realizing the power he'd held was already slipping away.
I watched them divide the silver among those who suffered not as a reward, but to rebuild what was lost. The harbor became a place where no secret could purchase a person's silence at any cost. And the ring that it started, the conflict was melted inside the blacksmith's furnace that night. Its silver became nails for a bridge across the river, turning broken trust into a path toward the light. Now the old oath has been broken,
but a better one begins.
Just the drums announce the ending.
Let the new road pull us in.
What was purchased through deception
cannot hold us anymore.
We will build upon the ruins,
not repeat the wars before.
No silver can purchase an honest heart.
No golden promise can hide the dark.
Let the 808 strike through the floor.
We don't serve the lies anymore.
If an oath is worth defending, then its meaning must be true. Keep your wealth, keep your kingdom. We choose what our hearts can do.
I thought an oath was something written down forever, something silver metal that can never change. But words without honor are only empty symbols, and the promise means nothing when the heart is rearranged. So I kept no silver from the bargain, left the ring where the river carried broken things. So why the richest man in that harbor wasn't holding treasure? He was the one who chose the honest way.
And when the bridge was finished by the people of the harbor, we crossed it without asking who had won, because justice wasn't vengeance waiting for a victim. It was giving everyone a chance to begin again. No silver can purchase an honest heart.
No golden promise can hide the dark.
Let the 808 strike through the floor.
We don't serve the lies anymore.
If an oath is worth defending, then its meaning must be true. Keep your wealth, keep your kingdom. We choose what our hearts can do.
Walking through the valley where the cold smoke rises, with the blade at my side and a heart full of scars. The ground shakes hard when the war drums answer, while the black king clouds hide the northern stars. I left my old name in the dust behind me, now the frost and the fire of the blood in my heart. If the night wants a warrior, step from the darkness, let the ancient gods witness the way that I start.
I saw 7 fires burning beyond the mountain, each one like a memory refusing to disappear. I carried the voices of the ones who vanished through the frozen silence. I could still feel them near. The moon turned silver on the edge of my armor, while the cold wind whispered every promise we made. If tomorrow brings war to the land of our fathers, I will stand beside you and never be afraid. When the iron moon is rising and the frozen rivers glow,
let the drums awaken thunder, let the northern fire grow.
Every shadow knows our story, every mountain knows our name.
From the ashes of the fallen, we return to feed the flame.
Underneath the iron moon,
we can hear the ancient drums.
let the 808 shake the ground.
Let the frozen kingdoms know.
Through the darkness, through the cold,
we protect what we were told.
when the northern fires rise,
We will never close our eyes. Yeah. Now the black waves strike the cliffs while the low drums pound. Every heartbeat locked into the frozen ground. I see the old banners hanging where the fallen stood. Every thread in the wind still remembers their blood. No king can command what the storm has awakened. No chain can contain what the northern gods created. If the gates of Valhalla open beneath the sky, I'll walk through the fire with my brothers by my side.
feel the earth beneath us moving like a warning, while the ravens circle slowly over fields of white. Every name that was forgotten starts returning with the thunder. Every soul becomes a spark inside the night.
Let the cold stir the darkness from the mountains. Let the ancient drums awaken every sleeping stone. We were never meant to wander through this world alone. We were born from the storm and the north became our home.
When the final fire flickers, I will guard the dying glow.
When the sky becomes a battlefield, I will never let it go.
Let the frozen earth remember, let the thunder speak the truth.
We are carrying the old flame, we are bringing back the proof.
Underneath the iron moon,
We can hear the ancient drums.
let the 808 shake the ground.
Let the frozen kingdoms know.
Through the darkness, through the cold,
We protect what we were told.
when the northern fires rise,
We will never close our eyes. If the world turns black around us, I'll remember every promise that we carved into the stone. Yeah. If the ocean takes the footsteps, I'll keep walking through the darkness till the lost ones lead us home. If the iron moon is fading,
and the final fire dies,
I'll ignite it from the ashes underneath the northern sky.
we are more than blood and battle, more than names beneath the snow.
We are echoes of the ancient ones that never let us go.
Underneath the iron moon,
We can hear the ancient drums.
let the 808 shake the ground.
Let the frozen kingdoms know.
Through the darkness, through the cold,
We protect what we were told.
when the northern fires rise,
We will never close our eyes. Left the weight of a kingdom with the bones of my friends. No throne could protect me when the walls came down. So I walked from the ruins without wearing the crown. The village was silent but the forge still glowed, and the blacksmith was hammering hope from the road. I asked him
what remains when the kingdom is gone. He said build something better before another dawn. I carried the ashes of a palace behind me, but the morning revealed something brighter ahead. There were children drawing ships in the dust by the river, while the widows were planting new gardens instead. We had lost every symbol that once made us powerful, yet somehow the people were standing more free. So I tore up the map of the empire we'd worshipped and watched a new world begin from the debris. Let the old walls fall behind,
let the empty throne decay.
let the drums announce tomorrow.
We don't need the past to stay.
Every ending hides a doorway,
Every ruin feeds the ground.
what was broken can be rebuilt, what was lost can still be found. Ashen crown, golden dawn, we survived what should have gone.
Let the deep bass shake the stone.
We can build a world our own. No more kneeling, no more chains, no more living in their name.
From the ruins, from the ground.
We will turn the lost around.
Years went by and the empty fortress turned into a market where the old battlefield had been. The broken gates became a bridge for travelers, and strangers arrived without carrying swords in. I watched from the hill as the people laughed freely, no banners above them demanding their loyalty. Then I finally understood that a ruler is forgotten, but the life he leaves behind becomes history.
I walk through the streets where the war once echoed, hearing merchants and children beneath the morning sun. The stones still carry scars from the battles behind us, but nobody taught the young that revenge had to come.
We kept the stories, not the hatred that followed them. We remembered the dead without worshiping pain. And every new house rising beside the old ruins proved that tomorrow could belong to us again.
When the evening shadows gather
And the old bells start to ring,
let the rhythm shake the valley.
let the people hear us sing.
We don't need a golden symbol,
We don't need a royal name.
what survives beyond the battle is the life we choose to make. Ashen crown, golden door, we survive what should have gone.
Let the deep bass shake the stone.
We can build a world our own. No more kneeling, no more chains, no more living in their name.
From the ruins, from the ground.
We will turn the lost around.
I once believed that power meant having every warrior answer when I called their name. Now I know that strength is giving people freedom even when they choose a road beyond your fame. So leave the ash beneath the soil and let the old ambition disappear into the years. A kingdom isn't what survives through conquest, it's the people who survive beyond their fears.
And if someday another ruler tries to rebuild the walls around us, we will remember what they cost. We'll choose an open road together, knowing freedom matters more than everything we lost. Ashen crown, golden dawn, we survived what should have gone.
Let the deep bass shake the stone.
We can build a world our own.
No more kneeling, no more chains.
No more living in their names.
From the ruins, from the ground.
We will turn the lost around. No, no, no,
I found him alone with the old battlefield ended, sitting beside a drum with the leather half torn. No blade at his waist, no shield on his shoulder, just scars on his hands from the day he was born. He struck once and the valley went quiet. Struck twice and the ravens abandoned the trees. Then he looked straight at me like he already knew me and said every war begins with a beat.
I stepped from the shadows and watched his fingers moving, each rhythm carrying memories nobody could see. The first beat was sorrow for those left behind us. The second was anger, the third set us free. He never called soldiers, never promised glory, yet people came walking from villages beyond.
Because sometimes a rhythm can gather the broken when words are too weak to carry them on.
Hear the silence before the thunder,
Feel the heartbeat underneath.
let the rhythm climb like fire.
Let it move beneath your feet.
Not every drum calls for battle, not every beat demands a fight. Sometimes rhythm wakes the courage
That was sleeping in the night.
strike the drum, awaken the valley.
Let the whole frozen ground respond.
Heavy bass rolling underneath like a storm beneath the mountain. Raise your voice, remember the fallen.
Turn the silence into sound.
When the silent drummer calls,
The heartbeat shake the walls. The riders came down from the eastern border, demanding our people surrender before the morning light. The elders were frightened, the gates stood open, but the drummer just lifted his hands into the night. One beep hit echoed across the rooftops, another rolled back from the cliffs like thunder returning. By the time he struck the third beat, every doorway opened and every sleeping torch was burning.
I watched the people gather without a commander. Farmers beside hunters and strangers beside old friends. Nobody wore a royal banner, nobody promised that the fighting would surely end. But the rhythm kept moving from one heart to another, turning hesitation into something they understood. When the riders finally saw the valley united, they lowered their weapons because resistance had become blood. Now the whole valley is breathing.
Now the rhythm fills the air.
Let the kick hit like a hammer.
Let them know that we are there.
No king gave us this courage.
No crown created this sound.
It was born inside the people.
When they chose to stand their ground.
Strike the drum, awaken the valley.
Let the whole frozen ground respond.
Heavy bass rolling underneath like a storm beneath the mountain. Raise your voice, remember the fallen.
Turn the silence into sound.
When the silent drummer calls,
Let the heartbeat shake the walls. Iron needed weapons, needed legends carved into stone. But that man stood there with nothing but rhythm and reminded every soul they weren't alone. He never called himself a hero, never asked for statues when the danger disappeared. He simply packed his broken drum and walked away before the people could call him their leader.
years later children still learn the rhythm from the valley, passing every beat from one generation to the next. Not as a song about a battle, but a reminder that courage can appear when nobody expects. And whenever the night becomes too quiet, you can hear that ancient pattern in the wind. 3 strikes for those who suffered, 2 for those who stayed, 1 for the world to begin again. Strike the drum, awaken the valley.
Let the whole frozen ground respond.
Heavy bass rolling underneath like a storm beneath the mountain. Raise your voice, remember the fallen.
Turn their silence into sound.
When the silent drum
climb past the timberline, where the air turns thinner, chasing one strange echo that follow my steps. No army behind me, no map in my pocket, just a voice from the valley that never went left. The rocks were covered with marks from forgotten hands, each symbol pointing higher into the grave. Then the mountain spoke with a thunderous heartbeat, and the clouds above me suddenly moved away.
I had been waiting below where the old trees twisted, watching the mountain swallow every traveler whole. But when I heard the echo returning through the valley, something pulled me upward like a thread through my soul.
I carried a lantern filled with oil from my mother's house, and a small wooden charm she gave before she died. If the mountain wanted someone to answer its calling, I would climb until there was nowhere left to hide.
Hear the stone beneath us breathing,
Feel the distant tremor grow.
let the low drums mark the footsteps.
Let the hidden rhythm flow.
Every peak conceals a question,
Every path demands a prize.
if the mountain calls our names,
We will meet it in the night.
when the mountains answer, let the valleys hear.
Let the heavy bass announce that we have conquered fear.
No crown upon my head, no army at my side,
Just thunder in my chest and nowhere left to hide.
raise a lantern through the darkness, let its little flame remain.
Sometimes one small light can guide us all through endless rain.
When the mountains answer, we will stand and listen,
Till the silence breaks apart and every hidden stone awakens. At the summit stood a circle made of pillars, each one cracked from an age nobody could name. In the center was a hollow filled with rainwater, reflecting every face that it climbed the same. I looked down and saw my father standing there, younger than the last memory I carried in my mind. He didn't speak, he simply pointed toward the valley, then disappeared when the morning light arrived.
I reached the summit just before the sunrise, found the lantern still burning though the oil was almost gone. The charm around my neck began to warm slowly, and for one brief moment I felt that I wasn't alone. There was no treasure waiting, no weapon from legends, only a path leading downward through the mist. But I understood the mountain wasn't calling for an answer, it was reminding us of what we missed. Now the eastern light is breaking,
And the clouds begin to part.
let the percussion hit like thunder.
Let the rhythm shake the heart.
What we searched for wasn't hidden,
It was waiting in our eyes,
some journeys climb the mountain,
just to change the way we ride.
when the mountains answer, let the valleys hear.
Let the heavy bass announce that we have conquered fear.
No crown upon my head, no army at my side,
Just thunder in my chest and nowhere left to
raise a
hide.
lantern through the darkness, let its little flame remain.
Sometimes one small light can guide us all through endless
When
rain.
the mountains answer, we will stand and listen,
Till the silence breaks apart and every hidden stone awakens. I came expecting some forgotten weapon buried underneath the summit, something powerful enough to change my name. Instead I found a memory I had spent my whole life avoiding, and suddenly the silence didn't feel the same. So I carried my lantern down the mountain while the morning spread its colors across the valley floor. Some answers don't arrive as words of prophecy, they arrive when you finally stop running from before.
and I kept the wooden charm beside my heart, not because it held magic, but because it held a memory. The mountain never needed us to conquer it, it only needed us to remember where we'd come from. The mountains answer, let the valleys hear.
Let the heavy bass announce that we have conquered fear.
No crown upon my head, no army at my side,
Just thunder in my chest and nowhere left to hide.
raise a lantern through the darkness, let its little flame remain.
Sometimes one small light can guide us all through endless
When
rain.
the mountains answer, we will stand and listen,
Till the silence breaks apart and every hidden stone awakens. With a white wind cuts through the valley with a heart forged hard underneath the frost. 808 shaking while the war drums answer. Every scar reminds me what the winter cost. No king ever gave me the strength that I carry. I built it from the ruins of everything lost. Now the northern sky bends over my shoulders, and I walk through the darkness no matter the cost.
I came from the silence where the old stones remember every warrior who vanished beyond the snow. With the moon on my face and the fire in my breathing, I followed the path where the cold rivers flow. Every whisper behind me became a warning, every shadow ahead became something to face. If the crown was buried beneath frozen earth, then I dig through the ice and reclaim its place. When the frozen night surrounds us, I can feel the fire wave.
Let the drums become a thunder, let the frozen mountains shake.
Every heartbeat tells a story, every breath becomes a vow. We were born beneath the winter, we are standing stronger now. Fire beneath the frozen crown, let the heavy bass shake the ground.
Through the ice and through the pain, we will rise and strike again.
Hear the northern spirits call, we will never fear the fall.
Let the frozen kingdom know there is
Fire beneath the snow.
Now I stand where the ancient fortress watches, with the black clouds rolling over broken stone. Kicking 808 hit deep like thunder. Every warrior around me knows we're not alone. I can hear distant footsteps moving through the darkness, like the fallen coming back to claim their ground. So I raise my blade toward the northern heavens and let the primal rhythm shake the frozen ground.
I remember every face that the winter took from us, every voice that disappeared beyond the mountain line. But the blood beneath our skin still carries their fire, and the strength they left behind is still alive. Let the cold return stronger, let the long night gather. I will walk through every shadow without fear, cause the ones who came before us are beside us, and their ancient heartbeat is still ringing here. When the final stars are fading and the snow begins to fall,
Let the bass become the heartbeat, let the ancient war drums call.
if the darkness blocks the pathway, we will carve another road. What was buried underneath us now becomes the strength we hold. Fire beneath the frozen crown, let the heavy bass shake the ground.
Through the ice and through the pain, we will rise and strike again.
Hear the northern spirits call, we will never fear the fall.
Let the frozen kingdom know there's
Fire beneath the snow.
If the crown is buried, I'll uncover it with blood. If the flame is dying, I'll protect it from the flood. If the old world falls and every sacred stone is gone, I'll remember what we were and carry it beyond. Let the frozen rivers whisper every name into the night. Let the ribbon circle slowly underneath the fading light. We don't need a throne to prove the strength we own, for the fire in our blood has always been our crown.
And when the final silence settles over this land, I will hear the ancient voices calling softly through the cold. Every story left behind will become a flame again. Every broken piece of history will never lose its soul.
Found a stone in the hills with a wolf carved into it. Have buried beneath roots where the wild grass grew. No legend, no warning, just a mark from another age. But the moment I touched it, the whole valley knew. The wind changed direction, every bird disappeared. Then a distant howl rolled down from the ridge. I followed that sound through the darkness alone, till I reached a forgotten path beneath an ancient bridge.
There I saw footprints circling around an old fire, too large for a man and too perfect to be made by a beast. A silver pendant laid beside the ashes, engraved with a symbol from a long-forgotten feast. I picked it up slowly while the moon climbed higher, and a voice in the distance called softly through the trees. It wasn't asking me to fight or to conquer, it was asking what kind of person I wanted to be. Something moves beyond the forest, something watches from afar.
Let the low drums build the tension,
let them guide us through the dark. Not every path demands a weapon, not every call demands a fight.
Sometimes courage means approaching what you feared your whole damn life.
Follow the echoes from the Wolfstone,
Let them lead you through the unknown.
heavy bass underneath the feet, hear the wildness in the beat.
No map can tell where we belong.
Sometimes instinct knows the road when the ancient echoes call. We will answer through
At the
it.
end of the trail stood a woman in silence, dressed in black with the spear resting over her shoulder. She said the Wolfstone had guarded this valley since the last great war, when every oak became older. She asked if I came seeking treasure, revenge, or a name. I said I only follow something I couldn't explain. She smiled and pointed toward the mountain behind her, where thousands of stones formed a path through the rain.
I stepped beside her and saw faces carved there, farmers, sailors, healers, and warriors lost to time. None were kings and none that conquered nations, yet the story survived because they protected what was right. She told me the strongest legends aren't written by rulers, they're carried by people who choose to remain. And the wolf isn't feared because it hunts in the darkness, but because it never betrays its own name. Now the mountain opens slowly and the old stones start to glow.
Let the percussion strike like thunder,
let the hidden rhythm grow. What we seek is not beneath us, what we seek is who we are.
every road becomes a mirror when we walk beneath the stars.
Follow the echoes from the Wolfstone,
Let them lead you through the unknown.
heavy bass underneath the feet, hear the wildness in the beat.
No map can tell where we belong.
Sometimes instinct knows the road when the ancient echoes call. We will answer through it all.
I came searching for an answer, carved somewhere in the mountains, thinking stone could tell me what I needed to become. But every face along that hidden pathway showed me strength was never something handed down from someone. So I left the Wolfstone where the wild grass covered it, took no treasure and claimed no ancient throne. I walked back toward the valley with a different kind of courage, finally knowing I was never walking alone.
And if another traveler finds that mark someday, let the stone remain silent till their own heart speaks. Because some truths lose their power when they're handed over, and some roads are meant to change the ones who see. Follow the echoes from the Wolfstone,
Let them lead you through the unknown.
heavy bass underneath the feet, hear the wildness in the beat.
No map can tell where we belong.
Sometimes instinct knows the road when the ancient echoes call. We will answer through it all.
Yeah, the northern fortress locked its gates at sunset, while every street went silent beneath the frozen rain. The governor had taken every harvest from us, leaving empty barns and families, carrying hunger's pain. Then I found a red torch burning on the hillside, a signal passed between the villages after dark. One flame became 10, then 100 lights awakened like a wildfire moving through the mountain heart.
I carry the final message through the alleys, telling every household where the hidden rose would meet. No warrior promised glory, no leader claimed the kingdom, just ordinary hands preparing in the street.
We buried every royal banner underneath the snowdrifts, because this wasn't about replacing one crown. It was about breaking every chain that kept the people from deciding how their lives would be their own.
Feel the frozen ground awakening, hear the distant footsteps rise.
Let the kick hit deep beneath us,
let the low bass shake the skies. No more fear inside the houses, no more silence at the gate. When the people find their courage, even walls cannot decide their fate.
Raise the wolf fire, let it burn.
Let the old oppression turn.
Heavy ain't a weight through the stone.
Make the fortress feel the tone. We are more than what they took, more than names inside their book.
When the wolf fire fills the night,
We will take our freedom back.
at midnight, every village entered through the tunnels beneath the fortress wall. The guards expected one rebellion, but they found thousands answering the call. We didn't storm the throne room, we opened every prison and released the people locked away. Then the governor stood alone before the crowd with no soldiers left willing to obey.
We offered gold and promised titles if we placed another ruler in his seat. But I watched the people shake their heads together, finally understanding power starts beneath their feet.
We broke the chains and opened up the granaries, returning every sack that had been taken from the poor. Then we burned the governor's decree in the square and swore we'd never kneel like that anymore.
Now the fortress doors are open, now the frozen streets are loud.
Let the percussion hit like thunder,
Let the bass move through the crowd.
no new crown above the people.
No new master taking charge.
If we broke the old foundations,
We must build something large.
raise the wolf fire, let it burn.
Let the old oppression turn.
Heavy ain't a weight through the stone.
Make the fortress feel the tone. We are more than what they took, more than names inside their book. When the wolf fire fills the night, we will take our freedom back.
I thought rebellion meant tearing down the walls and leaving nothing standing when the fighting reached its end. But freedom isn't only breaking chains, it's learning how to build a world where nobody becomes the next tyrant. So we gathered in the square and chose no king, no governor, no throne above the people anymore. The wolf fire faded with the sunrise, but its meaning stayed alive in every open door.
And when the first morning entered through the valley, every village carried one small flame. Not a symbol of revenge or conquest, but a promise that no one would surrender their future again. Future again.
Raise the wolf fire, let it burn.
Let the old oppression turn.
Heavy ain't a weight through the stone.
Make the fortress
valley where 1,000 shields lay shattered, half buried beneath the frost and mud. No bodies beside them, no graves around them, only blackened steel and traces of dry blood. An old woman warned me never to disturb them, said every shoe belonged to someone who chose to stay. But when I touched the oldest one, a distant horn echoed from the cliffs and pointed toward the way.
I followed the horn beyond the ruined battlefield, where a narrow trail disappeared between the stones. There I found a campfire still burning beside a tent, though nobody claimed it as their own. A wooden tablet describes the battle, nobody remembered where soldiers refused to strike their final blow. They had broken every shield before surrendering, choosing peace when victory meant destroying more. Hear the echoes through the valley,
Feel the frozen silence break.
let the heavy kick keep pounding.
Let the deep bass shake the lake.
Every shield was built for battle,
Every scar became a sign.
but the strongest choice they carried was the moment they declined. Broken shield beneath the sky,
Let the old warriors testify.
heavy it away through the snow.
Feel the ancient heartbeat grow.
We don't fight to prove we're strong.
We don't answer hate with wrong.
When the battlefield is done,
Let the broken shields become one. At the center of the valley stood a monument split straight through the middle. Carved upon its surface were the names of two armies who had once called each other evil. Then I found a final inscription hidden beneath the stone where the sunlight never stayed. Victory became meaningless the moment both sides realized there was nothing left worth saving.
I carry those words back through the villages divided by stories of an ancient war. The elders argued over heroes until I placed a broken shield before them on the floor. Nobody could tell which warrior had carried it. Nobody knew whose blood had marked the frame. And suddenly the old hatred looked foolish when they couldn't even separate the victim from the name. Now the ancient walls are falling.
Now the old divisions fade.
Let the percussion hit like thunder.
Let the low end roll and sway.
No more worshiping the battle.
No more glorifying pain.
Let the children inherit wisdom.
Not the weapons of the slain.
Broken shields beneath the sky.
Let the old warriors testify.
Heavy it away through the stone.
Feel the ancient heartbeat grow.
We don't fight to prove we're strong.
We don't answer hate with wrong.
When the battlefield is done,
Let the broken shields become one. I came expecting tales of heroes who conquered every enemy beneath the legendary sun. Instead I found the greatest story was the soldiers who knew when the battle had already won. They broke their shields so neither side could raise them when the anger returned and left the valley empty, hoping future generations would understand what they had learned.
So we gathered every fragment and built a bridge across the river. No warrior's name above it, no king symbol carved in stone. Just broken shields beneath our feet, reminding every traveler how easily victory can become alive. Broken shields beneath the sky.
Let the old warriors testify.
Heavy it away through the stone.
Feel the ancient heartbeat grow.
We don't fight to prove we're strong.
We don't answer hate with wrong.
When the battlefield is done,
Let the broken shields become one. I woke where the snow covered everything I knew, with the cold on my face and the dark breaking through. The low drums hit hard while the black sky rolled. Every beat in my chest made the ancient blood hold. I came with no crown, only scars and a vow, with the eyes of the wolves watching over me now. If the north wants a warrior, then here I remain, walking straight through the storm with a heart made of flame.
I follow the moon through the forest of shadows, where the frozen branches whisper names from long ago. The wind carry voices from beyond the mountains, telling me to keep moving wherever the cold winds blow. I gather the memories like sparks in my hands. Every broken promise became strength where I stand. And when the black clouds opened over the valley, I saw a forgotten fire rising again.
Hear the wolf
Beyond the pine,
calling through the frozen night.
feel the thunder in the ground.
Feel the ancient drums resound.
Every scar becomes a sign.
Every loss becomes our guide.
When the northern flame awakens, there is nowhere left to hide.
Wolves beneath the northern flame, call the warriors by their name. Let the heavy bass shake the stone. Let the ancient fire be known.
Through the frost and through the rain, we will rise and strike again.
When the wolves begin to cry,
We will face the northern sky.
now I move through the valley where the war flags hang, with the 808 pounding like an iron chain. The kick gets deep while the cold winds scream. Every step feels heavier than a warrior's dream. I see the old gate standing underneath the frost, built by hands that remembered everything they lost. So I raise my voice to the mountains above, for the dead, for the living, for the ones that I love.
I can hear the old drums echo under the hillside, every rhythm telling stories that the winter couldn't hide. All the names that disappeared still remain inside the wind. Every battle left a mark but never made us bend.
Let the northern rivers carry every sorrow away. Let the sunrise find us stronger at the end of the day. For the fire beneath our blood was never meant to sleep. It was buried in the darkness where the roots run deep.
When the final stars are fading,
And the night becomes complete.
let the drums awaken thunder.
Let the bass become our heartbeat.
The frozen gates are closing.
We will break them with our hands.
From the ashes of the old world, we will make the north expand.
Wolves
Beneath the northern flame,
call the warriors by their name. Let the heavy bass shake the stone. Let the ancient fire be known.
through the frost and through the rain, we will rise and strike again.
When the wolves begin to cry,
We'll face the northern sky.
if the last torch falls into the snow, I'll protect the ember hidden underneath. If the mountains crumble around us, I'll keep moving with the fire in my teeth. If the old gods turn away, we will carve our destiny beneath the frozen stars. We don't need a blessing to become eternal. We already know exactly who we are.
And if the winter takes the colors from the world, I remember every sunrise that we saw. If the silence swallows every battle cry, I'll become the voice that carries through it all.
Let the wolves run wild across the northern ridge. Let their voices shake the darkness from the sky. For the flame
Inside, our blood will never disappear, and the north will never die. Beneath the northern flame,
call the warriors by their name. Let the heavy bass shake the stone. Let the ancient fire be known.
through the frost and through the rain, we will rise and strike again.
When the wolves begin to cry,
We will face the northern sky.
beyond the western cliffs stood a tower with no doorway. where one old keeper watched the ember through the rain.
He never spoke of kings or battles from the old days, only fed the hidden fire whenever storms came.
I climbed the broken stairs and found his hands were shaking, but his eyes stayed fixed upon the crimson glow.
He said, when this fire dies,
the northern people lose the memory of why
they ever chose to grow. I had heard that tower mentioned in the stories, where travelers once left their names before they disappeared. My mother said the keeper guarded something sacred, not a weapon, but the courage people carried through their fear.
Inside the chamber, every wall was covered with carvings, showing farmers, healers, sailors standing side by side. The flame had burned for generations as a reminder that the people are strongest when they refuse to divide.
Keep the ember breathing slowly, let the ancient chamber glow.
Let the low drums build beneath us, let the heavy bass roll low.
Not a fire made for conquest, not a flame that asks for praise.
It survives because somebody
chooses hope through darker days.
Keep the last fire burning,
let it shine beyond the storm.
hate awake beneath the heartbeat,
make the frozen mountains roar. When the night removes the color, when the cold surrounds the land,
I'll protect the little ember
with these ashes in my hand.
Then the northern winter came, harder than the stories, freezing rivers underneath the sky of iron gray. The tower lost its roof, the outer walls were cracking, and the keeper knew the flame could last one day. He handed me a vessel carved from ancient cedar, told me carry it beyond the mountains before the fall. Don't protect the tower, he said, protect the reason why the fire was ever meant to burn at all.
We traveled through the blizzard with the ember hidden, while distant war drums echoed somewhere far behind. Villages opened every door when they saw the glow returning, people bringing oil and wood without being asked to mind.
By sunrise, we had reached a valley filled with strangers, each one carrying a memory they refused to let decay. I placed the ember in the center of the gathering, and hundreds of small fires answered it that day.
Now 1,000 flames are rising, now the valley starts to shine.
Let the percussion hit with thunder,
let the low end intertwine. What was guarded by one keeper now belongs to everyone.
a single spark becomes eternal when the people pass it on. Keep the last fire burning,
let it shine beyond the storm.
laid awake beneath the heartbeat,
make the frozen mountains roar. When the night removes the color, when the cold surrounds the land,
I'll protect the little ember
with these ashes in my hands.
I thought the keeper's duty meant defending one old tower until the end of time, but he knew the flame was never truly his. It belonged to every heart that kept compassion alive. The tower eventually fell beneath the snow, and no stone remained above the ground. Yet every wind of the valley glows with thousands of fires, proving what was carried forward never burned out.
So if the darkness comes again, we won't search for the tower or wait for one chosen hand. Will light the flame between us, shoulder to shoulder, until the smallest spark becomes a land.
Heard the hounds in the distance before the sun was rising, paws cutting through the frost while the village stayed asleep. A rider came from the eastern road with blood upon his armor, saying something vicious had escaped the deep. We followed tracks that twisted through the birch trees, past the river where the frozen water started cracking. Then 12 pale eyes appeared between the branches, and every instinct in my body screamed that they were tracking.
I knew those beasts from stories my father told me, guardians of the wild that never bow to human kings. They were hunting for our blood or searching for a battle. They were running from something was beneath their wings. The ground began to tremble as the forest opened, revealing footprints far too massive for a living thing. So I grabbed the rider's hand and told him keep moving, because whatever chased those hounds was waking. Hear the branches breaking,
feel the forest shake. Let the kick hit like thunder,
let the deep bass wake. Something follows closer,
something old and wild.
Run before the darkness reaches us tonight. Run with the northern hounds.
Don't let the wild drag you down.
Heavy 808 through the trees, war drums pounding underneath. Keep your eyes beyond the flame.
Don't turn around, don't speak its name.
Through the forest, through the cold, we run until the night. Let's go.
Broke the tree line like a tower falling, shaking roots and throwing frozen branches through the air. Its eye was black as charcoal, horns like ancient antlers, and two burning eyes were fixed upon us there. The hounds turned together, forming one enormous circle, while the beast slowed down and studied every face. Then the oldest hound stepped forward without a growl, and somehow made the monster leave the place.
I watched that ancient beast retreat into the darkness, disappearing where the moonlight couldn't reach. The hounds stood silent like they understood a language no human voice could ever hope to speak. The rider asked me what we just witnessed, and I told him some borders aren't meant for us to cross. There are creatures guarding things beyond our knowing, and sometimes wisdom means accepting what is lost. Now the forest settles,
now the danger fades.
let the percussion echo,
let it cut through haze.
not every beast is evil,
not every fear is truth.
sometimes what looks like darkness
It's protecting something too.
Run with the northern hounds.
Don't let the wild drag you down.
Heavy 808 through the trees, war drums pounding underneath. Keep your eyes beyond the flame.
Don't turn around, don't speak its name.
Through the forest, through the cold, we run until the night. Let's go.
I used to think that courage meant standing fearless when the danger came straight toward my chest. But that night taught me something different. Sometimes surviving means knowing when to leave the rest. So we walked back before the morning while the hounds disappeared beyond the frozen ridge. I never learned what lived beneath that forest, and some mysteries are better left beyond the bridge.
And whenever the winter wind carries distant howling through the valley after dark, I remember those 12 silent guardians and the ancient thing they kept beyond the trees.